morning. The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, 43 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. As his lengthy Asia trip draws to a close, President Trump has been meeting one-on-one with other world leaders at the Southeast Asia Summit in the Philippines.
I'm here to advance peace, to promote security, and to work with you to achieve a truly free and open Indo-Pacific, where we are proud and we have sovereign nations and we thrive and everybody wants to prosper.
Mr. Trump sat down with Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. Human rights activists have criticized the Philippine leader for a bloody crackdown on the illegal drug trade. The House gearing up for what's likely to be a party line vote this week on tax reform.
A measure that Republicans say will cut taxes for virtually everyone and simplify the filing process. Maryland Democrat Steny Hoyer says he doesn't share enthusiasm for a bill
which I think will be very harmful, explode the debt, and be a bait and switch on the middle class.
How can't you be excited about this bill?
Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy.
I don't know how much more we have to do to get you excited.
A lot more. Is the answer.
If approved as expected, they'll still have to work out big differences with the Senate version, which, among other things, would delay a corporate tax cut for a year.
It's Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. Also at SRNnews.com, Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore promising a lawsuit over that Washington Post report alleging sexual misconduct by Moore 40 years ago. Tom Brown, a pastor in Gallant, Alabama.
He's hurt at what has been said about him because he says it's untrue, and I believe it's untrue because I've known him for 25 years.
Moore accusing Democrats and some establishment Republicans of trying to derail his Senate campaign. Wall Street Dow futures are down 45 points. This is SRN News. It's collection week for Operation Christmas Child.
Franklin Graham's ministry, Samaritan's Purse, is once again gathering millions of shoeboxes full of small gifts to deliver to poor children around the globe in time for Christmas. Americans and people in several other countries have been donating for years, swelling the project to roughly 12 million boxes in 2016. Instructions on how to pack a box and where to drop it off this week can be found at SamaritansPurse.org. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
More trouble for embattled Christians in Nigeria. Local officials are barring believers from rebuilding churches in places where Muslim extremists destroyed them. Morning Star News reports 8 church buildings in the northern part of the country remain in rubble some 10 years after their destruction. Nigerian Christians being victimized by the Muslim terror group Boko Haram, which has killed thousands in recent years. And lately, groups of Muslim Fulani herdsmen have started raiding Christian villages. This is SRN News. New York City's Rockefeller Center getting ready for the Christmas tree lighting later this month.
Over the weekend, the 75-foot Christmas tree was driven from State College, Pennsylvania, to Rockefeller Center. A stake was driven into the base of the Norway spruce, and up it went. This year's tree was 7 years in the making. It was 2010 when the head gardener for Rockefeller Center found it, and over the years, he's watched it grow. It will be decorated with 50,000 lights and lit up on November 29th. After the tree comes down, the wood will be donated to Habitat for Humanity for a new home. Julie Walker, New York.
A powerful 7.3 magnitude earthquake that struck along the Iraq-Iran border region killed more than 330 people in both countries, thousands injured. People fled their homes into the night, out into the streets. More details at SRNnews.com.
Clarksville Online is where you'll find the latest in Clarksville area news, weather, sports, and current events. Depend on Clarksville Online for crime reports and special events, Fort Campbell news and current events, and the latest financial news. Want sports? Then visit ClarksvilleSportsNetwork.com. Movie listings and weather bulletins? Go to DiscoverClarksville.com. And for all you bikers, visit ClarksvilleMotorcycle.com. You'll find everything you need on the Clarksville Online digital network. Clarksville online. We are Clarksville.
The big 1400 WJZM radio, Clarksville area weather. The clouds, well, they should give way later on today to some peaks of sunshine. Expect a high today of 53, partly cloudy, 36 for an overnight low. And for Tuesday, a partly sunny day. Expect a high of 59 degrees, overnight low of 41. Moving into Wednesday, partly cloudy day. Expect a high right around 60 degrees. Currently, we're at 43 degrees at 7:05 in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county is what you would expect it to be on a Monday morning. It is very busy in several places in the city and the county. 41A Fort Campbell, very busy, especially out on the north side. New Providence Boulevard, very busy at the moment. 48 and 13, if you're coming into the city from the county, very busy, especially out by Montgomery Central. Looks like the 41A bypass may have some slow traffic on it as well. 41A out in Sango, slow. Rossview Road has very heavy traffic at the moment. And the MLK 76 connector is busy, especially out by the interstate. And 79 out in St. Bethlehem is very busy as well in a couple of spots. Now, if you are headed to Nashville this morning, 24 looks pretty good all the way into Davidson County. Let's check in with Commander Chuck, see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. Just a few more minutes on that accident. Highway 96 and Highway 100 in West Nashville. 40 still looking good out of Dixon County this morning. As you make your way up through Kingston Springs, 24 is already stop and go here westbound as you come up through the Hickory Hollow area. Don't miss the Give Me a 5 Black Friday warehouse sale. Over 700 bins with 30,000 square feet. That's going to be there in the 1000 block of Apex Street there in North Nashville. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
And that's been a look at the latest national news, your traffic and weather together, all on the big 1400 WJZM. It is 7:07, and that means it's time for the Monday morning edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John.
What's wrong?
Butchie gone.
Butch?
Butchie
what
gone.
happened to Butch? He gone?
Yeah. He's gone.
Did they give him the...
No, they gave him $8.5 million.
Oh, they did?
He's gone.
I wonder if he would share. Uncle Butch. You know.
Good morning, John Michaels. It is the Good Morning Clarksville show for this Monday. It happens to be the 13th day of November. So glad you decided to join us. Good morning, Clarksville. 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville's Good Time Oldies, back-to-back Chuck and John on a Monday. What's wrong?
I still haven't gotten over Butch.
Johnny, here. Have another sip. Have another sip of fa. Have another sip of fa. Have another bowl.
Yeah,
full
I
of
have to
fa.
thank Richard Stevens for that yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw Richard at the grocery store, and he had this big cart full of food, and he said, "You know what I'm making?" And I said, "No." Fa. I said, "Oh, you are? Chicken or beef?" He said, "Chicken." And as I went into the store, I could not quit thinking about a big bowl of pho. So that's what I went and had yesterday.
So tell everybody what pho is.
Pho is Vietnamese soup.
Okay, and it contains?
It's noodles, it's soup. I mean, it's got noodles, and you can have beef or
soup and broth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay. So there you know.
Thank Richard Stevens for that.
Yeah, learn with the radio.
The powerful, the response of the suggestion that he was going to have
suggestion, yeah.
Yeah, and so I went.
Just planted that seed.
I know, and I went roaming around through the store, and I go,
yeah,
I don't see anything I like.
Yeah.
And all I could see was that big bowl of pho.
Yeah.
Pho.
It's the power of suggestion.
Pho.
I'm glad he didn't say anything about jumping off a bridge, because you might have been backstroking.
Well, especially if you'd have told me about Butch first.
Butchie.
Oh, no, Uncle Butch, $8.5 million.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Some birthdays today. Jimmy Kimmel is 50. Monique Coleman from Dancing with the Stars is 37. Ron Artest, well, a.k.a. Meta World Peace, is 38. Former NBA lunatic. Noah Hathaway is 46. Gerard Butler is 48. He's from Geostorm. He also King Leonidas in the movie 300. And the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera. Steve Zahn is 50. He played in the movie Sahara, Reality Bites, That Thing You Do, Joyride, and Sarah Silverman. I like Steve Zahn. He's been in a number of movies that have come along.
Lots of movies.
Yeah, but I always remember him from That Thing You Do. Neil Flynn is 57, the dad on the ABC sitcom The Middle. Whoopi Goldberg
92.
Is 60.
Oh.
No, she's 62. Her real name
is Whoopi
Karen Elaine Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, look at her. Does she look like a Whoopi Goldberg to you?
Yeah.
No.
She's sure not a Smith.
Yeah, Johnson.
Johnson.
She's a Johnson. Yeah. Chris Noth is 63. He's from The Good Wife. But he was also Mr. Big on Sex and the City.
Oh, Mr. Big.
Francis Conroy, 64, from 6 Feet Under. Tracy Scroggins from Dynasty and Babylon 5. Joe Mantegna, remember, he's on Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
And he's
72.
No, he's 70.
Oh.
He's 70.
I'm trying to make him
3 days until America quits smoking. 10 days until Thanksgiving. 42 days until Christmas. 4 days to Justice League, and 32 days till we can come out of the heat, out of the cold, into the heat. Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
And 100 and something days until daylight savings time starts again.
Who's counting?
I've lost my...
Who's counting? We got
last week it was a 120.
Yeah, we got a Sports Now update coming your way at 7:20 this morning. Brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville Musically. So Marmalade, Neil Diamond, and Elton John. His Majesty, Sir Elton John.
Yes.
All here.
Who threw a temper tantrum this weekend, but...
Did that surprise you?
No.
What was it? His shoelaces were untied, or what was it?
One shoe was duller than the other.
Yeah, I mean,
the lens fell out of one of his big pair of sunglasses.
Elton's a drama queen, you know.
I think he probably is.
Yeah, and so he's been known to throw temper tantrums before.
Every once in a while.
But it is the Monday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. John and I are so glad that you're here with us. Hope your day is going well. We look forward to spending the next couple of hours with you. This is Michael Jackson on the Big 1400. 1400 WJZM Radio. I would be remiss if I didn't say a belated birthday to the birthday girl, Kendra. She celebrated her birthday Saturday. She
Happy birthday.
Yeah, she was not in town to celebrate the birthday, but
you'll have to celebrate now.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate this week. She's back, yes. And so I wanted to wish her a happy birthday and play one of her favorite songs. No, I have to cook.
Oh. What time do we need to be there?
Well, I've got to simmer the pho and the tilapia. You know, falafel. What? That's French. No,
tilapia.
No, tilapia is a fish.
Yeah.
The
falafel
is something. I don't know, some junk. Now, what is that? What was that fish head you showed me?
That was tilapia, fried tilapia.
Okay.
They just fry the whole fish.
They don't cut it open or anything.
Yeah, but. Still, I mean, it's still.
Well, why do they have those spikes and stuff?
Because you have to, peel it. You have to eat it. Takes a little work, but it's good.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Back in the day, 228 years ago, in 1789, Benjamin Franklin wrote a letter to a friend in which he said, "In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except what two things?
What?
That Benjamin Franklin said certain.
Death and taxes.
Exactly. 77 years ago in 1940, Walt Disney's Fantasia was released. Of course, it flopped. It only became a huge hit when it was re-released in 1967 when all the kiddies were smoking cannabis. Oh, that's not true. No, that's not true. Why'd they say that? 56 years ago in 1961,
Huh?
The Tokens. The Lion Sleeps Tonight was released.
I would have never gotten that from that.
What are you trying to say? You're trying to talk about my singing, and I'm trying to talk about your culinary diet, right?
Yeah.
46 years ago, in 1971, Three Dog Night Monster Jam, old-fashioned love song was released.
Ooh. I remember that well.
Yep. Back in the day. Through all the haze, you remember it?
Barely, but I do remember.
Okay. 26 years ago, in 1991, Disney's Beauty and the Beast was released. It was the first animated feature ever nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. It won for Best Song and Best Original Score. And 24 years ago, in 1993, for some reason, Michelle Pfeiffer married Boston legal genius creator David E. Kelley. Today is their 24th wedding anniversary. And 12 years ago in 2005, Eddie Guerrero died of heart problems at the age of 38. For those of you who don't know who Eddie Guerrero was, John Michaels will tell you.
He was a wrestler. Or a wrestler.
Wrestler.
I guess
there
I should say it correctly.
He was
a wrestler.
Yes, he was. Time now
and a good one at that.
He was?
Yeah.
Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Culver's of Clarksville. Go online to culvers.com for an update on their frozen custard flavor of the day.
After an embarrassing 50-17 road loss at Missouri on Saturday night, University of Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones was fired early yesterday morning. Jones informed his assistant coaches about the dismissal at around 10:45 Central Time on Sunday, and the news after that takes an unfortunate turn. At least one high-profile UT football recruit, Orlando defensive back Tanner Engel, is stating publicly today that Coach Jones tried steering him towards another school. Also, one of the Knoxville area's top sports writers, Wes Rucker, has come out accusing Coach Jones of being spiteful and doing, quote, everything he can to torpedo the Vols 2018 signing class. Now over to Austin Peay State University, where after leading the Gridiron Governors to a comeback win Saturday 31-24 on the road over Eastern Kentucky, freshman quarterback Jeremiah Oatsvall has gotten some well-deserved deserved recognition. The former Brentwood Academy standout threw for 203 yards up in Richmond, rushed for 64, and yesterday he was honored as the Ohio Valley Conference's Offensive Player and Newcomer of the Week. The Govs will wrap up the regular season, still eyeing the school's first ever playoff bid at home on Saturday at 4 p.m. against Eastern Illinois. Lastly today, a quick fun story out of Major League Baseball. Mid-State native and recent Gold Glove winner Mookie Betts stepped away from the diamond and onto the lanes to participate in the World Series of Bowling. The Boston Red Sox outfielder made headlines last night. He bowled a perfect 300 in his second appearance at the nationally acclaimed event. Betts also bowled in the World Series back in 2015. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Family outings should be special. They should be memorable. They should be fun. And you'll find all of that and more with a short trip to Culver's of Clarksville. With a focus on customer service and quality farm-fresh ingredients, Culver's is serving food and fun at a whole new level. Go by today for one of their made-to-order butter burgers or a waffle cone stuffed with fresh frozen custard. They're at 140 Southampton Place, just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to delicious.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where we've got another Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, coming your way at 8:20 this morning, brought to you by Mr. Appliance on the Big 1400.
The music sounds best on 14JZM.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville's Good Time Oldies, back-to-back. Chuck and John on the Good Morning Clarksville show.
Having a good
13th
time.
day of November. Yeah, we are all kind of bummed out this morning. Butchie's gone.
He skipped out with $8.5 million.
Yeah, we'll move on. We will survive.
How are we going to move on when he took $8.5 million?
It ain't your money.
Well, he took it.
That's okay.
Then tried to.
Didn't you hear what Steve Miller said?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Take the money and run.
That's right. That's right. You take the money and run. Don't forget, the Ball Network Notebook comes your way with Bob Kessling this morning at 7:50. Brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400. Let's see.
What will they talk about
What will
today?
Bob find to talk about on the Ball
I bet you
Network
they won't even
Notebook?
talk about Butch.
Oh, I think he'll talk about Butch.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe briefly, but I think he will
Butch
talk
Jones will
about
start
Butch.
this weekend. Coming up this week, basketball.
We've got UT ladies basketball. The Lady Balls. You know, Butch is gone. But anyway, I mean, the whole idea we just kept waiting with bated breath. We knew the shoe was going to fall. We knew that they were going to fire him. Or at least we had a strong suspicion that they were going to fire Butch. And I think that after Saturday's game in Missouri, and we knew that they were going into that game, they were a double-digit, the odds were. And, they have had they've got so many players injured. They lost their first-string quarterback, who was, at best, he was okay. And then they had to bring in somebody to play quarterback who wasn't even supposed to play. I mean, he lost his red shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, here you've gone 8 games into the season, and he loses his red shirt. I mean, because they didn't have any choice. So we kind of knew that Butch was gone. So now the search begins, and they've got all kind of lists. Of course, everybody's talking about, come, Chucky, come, Chucky, come to Knoxville. Please come to Knoxville, John Gruden. The Big Orange fans want you so bad they'll name the city after you, Grudenville.
Speechless.
And that's what that pho do for you. I had a bowl of pho, and pho. What's the phonetic spelling?
F-U-H.
Pho. Okay, it's not F-A.
No, pho.
Pho. Okay.
Some people say pho.
Pho.
Yeah.
But it's pho.
Pho.
I'm learning,
it's
y'all.
spelled P-H-O. That's how it's actually spelled. Country people.
Not
Give
pho.
me a bowl of that pho. But it's with some of them Japolino peppers in it. But really, it's pho.
Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Movies Thor Ragnarok held on to the top spot at the box office for the second straight week. Took in about $57 million. Doing good. Daddy's Home 2 premiered in second place with $30 million. And Murder on the Orient Express was a close third with a little over $28 million. So movies coming in. I haven't had a chance to go to the movies in recent.
Yeah.
A little late. All things Thanksgiving. We got a bunch of Thanksgiving stuff to talk about, but I'm going to give you the top reasons that you missed church yesterday.
Oh, I bet you've heard all of these, haven't you?
Heard them?
Well,
no excuse.
A lug nut fell off the tire, and I was afraid to drive the car.
But I'm going to give you a list of the top reasons that you missed church.
I was out of gas.
Yesterday. So you won't feel so guilty. So you go, yeah, that's right. And some of y'all might want to take notes so you can use some of these.
Yeah,
some of them are pretty good.
Because the ones, like when we were in high school, and you stayed out till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I had 4 flat tires, Daddy.
That didn't work.
That didn't work.
That didn't work in my house.
It didn't?
No.
It did once.
It did not work.
After that, it didn't.
No, I knew going in it wasn't going to work. So, I wasn't going to.
Well, maybe it was 1 flat tire.
No, because when I tell my friends, I say, do you know, Johnny's, they went out and they left the teen club and they went out and the car, had 4 flat tires. And my dad would look at me like,
I'm going to give you 2 black eyes.
You make sure that yours don't have no flat tires.
Yeah.
You make sure that yours don't have any flat tires. The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Chuck and John, this is the Monday edition of Good Morning Clarksville, online anytime at WJZM.com. Clarksville's Good Time Oldies. Clarksville area weather time, some clouds should clear off and the sun should break through later on today. Still rather cool. We expect a high of around 47, 36 for an overnight low. For Tuesday, partly sunny, warming up to around 53 degrees, overnight low of 41, and a high of 60 with partly cloudy skies, maybe a pop-up shower on Wednesday. Currently, we're at 43 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
Ever lost or misplaced your debit card?
Now, before that happens, download the Card Valet mobile app.
With it, you can turn your F&M debit card on and off, establish when, where, and how it is used, and much more.
And best of all, it's free from F&M Bank.
Member FDIC.
Why settle for less when you can get more at Wyatt Johnson in Clarksville, your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. Score and win with Wyatt Johnson GMC Buick, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru, as well as 3 pre-owned superstores for more selection in minutes versus days, shopping place to place. We are the region's largest GMC Buick dealer, the area's newest Toyota dealer, and home of the Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru Giant. You always get more at your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. The Wyatt Johnson Automotive Family in Clarksville.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
How did you sleep last night? Did you wake up sore, or worse yet, still feeling tired? Say goodbye to that constant state of drowsiness with one quick trip to Beds Express. They're fighting sleepless nights one bed at a time, and they're doing so with a trusted staff of comfort experts trained to get you a good night's rest at an affordable price. Go see them at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard in Clarksville, 7643 Highway 70 South in Bellevue, or at 2222 Medical Center Parkway in Murfreesboro. Visit Beds Express today and sleep well tonight.
When's the last time you ate somewhere that uses real ingredients and makes everything from scratch? If it's been too long, you should head over to the Lunchbox at 2124 Woodlawn Road. They're serving daily barbecue plates featuring everything from smoked chicken to baby back ribs. The Lunchbox menu also features the best hamburgers and all beef hot dogs around, served on freshly baked homemade buns. Save room for dessert because they've got hand-dipped ice cream and milkshakes too at the Lunchbox, just off from Highway 79 at 2124 Woodlawn Road.
We've got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, we're talking about Butch Jones and his payout, which they're saying is around $8.5 million. Is that right?
Don't make me cry again.
Don't. Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right, John.
He might be destitute.
No. He'll be okay. I think he'll land on his feet at another job. I don't know if it'll be as a head coach, but I'm sure
he'll have a job.
Oh, he'll have a job. Yeah, counting money. Put it in stacks, stacking his money in shoeboxes.
$8.5 million?
Yeah, he'll be okay. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is currently in contract negotiations, and he's reportedly, how much you think he's asking
He is asking for $50 million in a jet.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
I do watch the news, you know.
$50 million and the use of a jet, and this the
His
use of
own
a jet.
jet. It's mine forever.
That's right.
Yeah. It's
For life.
mine forever.
He wants to use it for life.
For life. It's my jet. No wonder Jerry Jones wants to throw him out.
$50 million.
Yeah, and a jet. What do you think that cost?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of jet it is, but still, that's kind of bold. That's kind of bold. And
slightly.
Yeah. Well, if you can get it, I guess go for it.
Jerry's got the money.
Yeah. Yeah. They all got the money.
He'd probably give him a jet plane to leave on.
Yeah. The big 1400.
14JZM.
AM Radio, Chuck and John, the Monday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Well, nothing's official, but the word out is that People magazine has chosen Blake Shelton as this year's sexiest man alive. John Michaels came in fourth. But anyway, Blake Shelton would be, you know.
Ugliest man alive.
No, sexiest, you know. And one of our favorite actors, Gary Oldman, got married.
Oh.
This is number 5. Number 5.
Well,
I just can't get it right.
At least he has surpassed me.
I just can't get it right.
I don't feel so bad.
So you don't feel so bad now.
No, I don't.
So, you know, it's really hard to compare TV shows based on ratings these days because because of Netflix and, you know, we got all these other streaming services that don't release audience numbers, and even if they did, binge watching through those subscription apps doesn't really compare apples to apples with, you know, weekly TV broadcasts.
Not like old-fashioned TV.
Yeah, so a data analytics company is measuring the popularity of TV shows using everything except accept ratings. They use demand expressions which include illegal downloads and streams, along with ratings from fans and critics and positive feedback on social media and blogs, photos sharing, and wikis and online searches. Now, they've been collecting data for 2 years now, and then recently they put out a list of the 10 most popular TV shows in America. You ready?
I am ready.
Here it is. Number 10, The Orville.
Yeah.
You ever watch that?
Nah, it's not my cup of tea.
It's on the Fox.
Yeah, it's a science fiction show, but it's like a comedy.
Oh, okay. Ricky and Morty on the Cartoon Network.
Yep.
The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which is syndicated. The Big Bang Theory on CBS.
Never watched it.
I've never watched The Big Bang Theory.
I never have.
But I know it's very popular.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I never.
You can tell me it's funny.
Yeah.
But
Mindhunter. You know what? That's on Netflix. Preacher. I've seen promos for that. It's on AMC at number 5. Number 4, Star Trek Discovery. CBS All Access. That was surprising.
Yeah, that is.
Number 3, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
On HBO.
All right.
Number 2, The Walking Dead.
Oh, you mean we beat Game of Thrones?
Yes. Oh, you watched The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. Is that about zombies?
Zombies.
Okay. And number 1, Stranger Things 2.
Yeah.
Which is on Netflix. What's that about?
I haven't watched it, but it's a collection of stories. It's kids and kind of horror stories. Spooky things going on.
Anyway.
I have not watched it, but I've heard it's good.
Oh.
But I have not seen it.
Oh. Well,
The Walking Dead's only one of those I keep
but with
up
so many options that you have today, I mean, before, remember when we were growing up, it was just the 3 networks. And then they had cable came along, and now, all the streaming. And
we used to watch on the channel, whatever the public channel was. We used to watch PBS. We used to watch Monty Python. Ooh, did you see that?
Yeah, they did that.
Because it was a little naughty.
They cussed. They cussed on TV.
Yeah, they had a cartoon of a naked lady.
Anyway.
It was a little naughty back then.
Times change.
Now it's tame as everything.
Yeah. The Big 1400, WJZM. soul and rock and roll for Clarksville. Good morning. 44 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of around 47. So, there is a list. Some of the top reasons that you missed church yesterday. Now, this list was compiled from all around. Didn't go to church yesterday.
I did here. Does that count?
You didn't go to church yesterday, where you can find your miserable excuse here on the list of the top reasons that you missed church yesterday.
Give me an excuse.
Number one reason that you missed church yesterday, I had to work.
See, I worked, but I did go to church.
I just put that in there. That wasn't even on the list.
Oh, it wasn't?
I just put it, because I've heard that before.
You have?
I've heard that. Well, I had a shift at the we got a new supervisor, and they had
don't believe in giving us
mandatory overtime working on Saturday. Yeah, right. Top reasons that you missed church yesterday, 5 words.
Well, what are they?
No pumpkin spice communion wafers. I know a lot of you are going, what's a communion wafer? Okay.
That would be my excuse for staying away. If you had pumpkin spice communion wafers, I would be like, eh.
But if we have
negative.
Fa communion, yeah. If you dip the communion wafers in fa, you'd be okay with it.
Well, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
But no pumpkin spice, please.
You figure an hour a week praying won't cancel out the thousands of hours a week you spend sinning.
Ooh, ouch.
It's called forgiveness. Forgiveness.
Ouch.
You don't take a knee for anybody. You're an American. Top reasons that you missed church yesterday. The line of Hollywood producers awaiting confession was wrapped around the building, and you didn't want to stand in line. The ushers always confiscate your fidget spinner. That's why you don't go to church. You can't get through the door without it annoyingly bursting into flames. You got married in church, and that's something you're really trying to forget, so you don't go to church. Top reasons that you missed church yesterday. The only reverend you listen to is Reverend Run. Is that from Run DMC?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you'd be correct there, sir.
You're still embarrassed over the time you put $1 in the collection plate and asked for change. Top reasons that you missed church yesterday.
Ooh.
Look at yourself. You think God wants anything to do with that? There are more comfortable places to take naps than in sitting in the pew. Church requires nice clothes. Nice clothes require money. Money requires a job. A job requires literacy.
Ooh. Ouch. Again.
Top reasons you missed church yesterday. You already had plans to spend Sunday worshiping a perfect being, Tom Brady. The Patriots played at noon. That's right. And the internet connection in there is terrible. Those are some of the top reasons that you missed church yesterday, and I'm sure that you can come up with some more on your own.
You've heard most of those, haven't you?
I have. Most of those I've heard, and then some, I promise you. Time now for the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400.
Tennessee names Brady Hoke as interim head coach, and the Lady Vols win their opener against ETSU. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee Athletics Director John Curry announced Sunday afternoon that Butch Jones would no longer be the head coach, and defensive line coach Brady Hoke would assume the duties of interim head coach. Curry met with Coach Jones Sunday morning and informed him of the decision. Both Curry and Jones then met with the team Sunday afternoon. Curry said he made the decision Saturday night after Tennessee's 50-17 loss at Missouri.
It was evident that this was probably the direction we needed to go for the best of all concerned. We have 2 games left to play. We want our student athletes to have the best possible chance for success. We want Coach Jones and his family to be treated with the dignity and respect that they deserve. We want to be able to focus, from my perspective, on search going forward. So none of us want to be in this position, but we are in this position, and now we move forward.
Brady Hoke has 12 years of head coaching experience at Ball State, San Diego State, and Michigan. Tennessee takes on LSU Saturday night at Neyland Stadium. Kickoff time is 7 p.m. On football Saturdays at Neyland Stadium, it takes a team effort for the Vols to drive down the field and into the checkerboard end zone for a touchdown. It also takes countless hours of practice beforehand to familiarize each player with his assignment. Your locally owned co-op is a trusted teammate to farmers from Union City to Mountain City. The roster made up of men and women providing unmatched service and expertise to help folks score a victory with their crops, livestock, garden, and much more. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange country. Lady Vols had a strong defensive performance Sunday afternoon, holding ETSU scoreless for an 8-minute stretch in the first half and went on to win their opening game 87-49 in Thompson Bowling Arena. Mercedes Russell led the way with 20 points and 10 rebounds. Lady Vols host James Madison on Wednesday night. Reporting for the Ball Network, I'm Bob Kessler.
Copies in a Flash is your one-stop copy design and print supercenter. Are you looking for wedding invitations, anniversary, or graduation announcements? You can find any kind of announcements you need. Copies in a Flash can provide it in a flash. At Copies in a Flash, business cards are their specialty. Your local Copies in a Flash can handle it all in a flash. Anything to do with printing? See Copies in a Flash at 1841 Business Park Drive in Clarksville. Copies in a Flash offers free delivery. Visit Copies in a Flash and see all their offerings at copiesinaflash.com. Copies in a Flash is proud to support our community and say, go Big Orange.
The world-famous 1400 WJZM time capsule. Remember Camp Campbell? You're gonna love
WJZM, Clarksville.
the big 1400 WJZM.
The big 1400 WJZM radio, 44 degrees at 8:01. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
This news flash brought to you by Heritage Bank. We are open for business. Your business. Bankwithheritage.com.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Sounds like President Trump's sit-down with Philippine President Duterte may have thawed icy U.S.-Philippine relations just a bit. Duterte, a frequent critic of the U.S., now talking closer cooperation between the two traditional allies.
It is our shared interest to keep our ASEAN-U.S. engagement close and to ensure that our strategic partnership delivers the best results for our people.
The Philippine leader has been a target of human rights activists, but it appears that shared strategic interests took precedence over human rights in talks between the two leaders at a summit of Southeast Asian nations in Manila. The death toll now up to 341 following a devastating earthquake along the Iran-Iraq border.
The earthquake happened in a mountain range that divides Iran and Iraq, and it was very, very powerful. It was a magnitude 7.3. Now, those are very powerful earthquakes in and of themselves, but this earthquake also struck at a very shallow depth, which makes the damage even worse.
Correspondent John Gambrell says there are reports of close to 4,000 people injured. Also at SRNnews.com, he's promising a lawsuit. Senate candidate Roy Moore of Alabama says he'll file suit over a Washington Post story alleging sexual misconduct by Moore some 40 years ago. Moore says it's not true, and the Democrats and some Republicans try to get him to drop out of the race. 2 people stabbed at the Mall of America in Minnesota. Police say it happened in a dressing room area of the Macy's. The wounds are non-life-threatening, and a suspect is in custody. Atlanta police hunting for a suspect in a deadly stabbing and a shooting at a downtown concert last night. 2 people shot and killed. Wall Street Dow futures down 70 points, and this is SRN News. The transgender movement is invading the restaurant industry.
A growing number of eateries across the nation are telling customers they must use so-called gender-neutral language when addressing waiters and other staff. CityPages.com says 2 restaurants in Minneapolis, Taco Cat and the Mayday Cafe, are the latest to get on the bandwagon, posting directives on how to address their workers. Critics say most customers are just looking to grab some food, not become part of the transgender offensive. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
A charity founded by Christian broadcaster Pat Robertson is teaming up with the Clinton Foundation and others to bring solar power technology to the storm-ravaged Caribbean. Operation Blessing International has released a statement that says the effort will focus on Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Both places are still recovering from large-scale blows to their power grids. This is SRN News. The first trial in the sprawling corruption investigation of soccer's governing body set to begin with opening statements today in New York City.
The 3 defendants, Juan Naput, Manuel Burga, and Jose Maria Marin, all former soccer South American officials, are holdouts in a case where 24 people have already pleaded guilty since 2015. That's when U.S. prosecutors announced charges alleging that soccer officials took bribes and kickbacks in exchange for marketing rights for major soccer tournaments. The 3 men say they are not guilty. Julie Walker, New York.
IBM announcing a milestone in its race against Google and other big tech firms to build a powerful quantum computer able to perform calculations at far higher speeds than current computers. IBM says the company has built and measured a processor prototype with 50 quantum bits. More details at SRNnews.com.
Guess who's on the cutting edge of up-to-date checking services? Heritage Bank, that's who. You know we're neighborly. You know we're trustworthy. Now know that we have the edge on checking accounts. With Edge Checking, you get benefits like shopping discounts, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Now you can be on the cutting edge with a new checking account at Heritage Bank. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. Member FDIC, bankwithheritage.com.
The big 1400 WJZM radio, Clarksville area weather. Well, the clouds should give way to some sunshine this afternoon. Still rather cool. Expect a high today of around 47 tonight. Partly cloudy and 36 degrees. For Tuesday, partly sunny, 53 for an expected high, 41 for an overnight low. Wednesday, a high of around 60 degrees with maybe a pop-up shower during the day. Currently at 8:07, we're at 44 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county, not too bad at the moment. We seem to have hit our peak already. 41A Fort Campbell, not bad. Trenton Road, Tiny Town Road, Tylertown Road, all busy in a couple of spots. 79 St. Bethlehem, very busy. Looks like New Providence Boulevard, not too bad. Riverside Drive, College Street, all very busy. 41A Bypass busy in a couple of spots. And 41A Sango, well, as always, with all the construction going on, it is very busy and slow in a couple of places. Rossview Road is slow as well, and the MLK 76 connector is not too bad at the moment as well. Now, if you are headed to Nashville, 24 looks good all the way into the Music City. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. Still heavy out here. You pretty much would expect this time of the morning. Down 65 southbound here through Madison, all the way down to Trinity Lane, 1700 like Rosa Parks. That's a minor accident there in Germantown. Still working that crash on Woodmont Boulevard there at Estes Road. Did have some minor injuries. ICU Security, they specialize in surveillance camera installation and service. Check them out by typing in ICUSecurityInc.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news on the Big 1400 WJZM, all brought to you by Heritage Bank. It is 8:08. This is hour number 2 of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards, once again.
Good morning, John Michaels. I hope your day is going well. It is Monday. It happens to be the 13th day of November. I was reading a story about a lady in Indiana. She was going by McDonald's to get her some McNuggets on the way to work in the morning.
They don't have McNuggets in the morning, do they?
I don't, but she was so upset. She got all upset. She climbed through the window.
Probably because she couldn't get her McNuggets?
And punched the manager in the face.
Holy smokes.
Over McNuggets.
Boy,
enough already.
Boy, and
if it had been fries, I could understand.
Yeah, but McNuggets.
Yeah, McNuggets.
They probably didn't have any in the morning.
Wendy's chicken, McDonald's fries. But either way, it's not enough to climb through the window.
And punch the manager.
Climb through the window and,
I know, I just can't. And you know what else I heard?
What is America coming to?
I know, and I heard that Butch Jones got fired over the weekend. Did you?
No. Butch
I heard
Jones?
That. Yeah.
The coach at Tennessee?
Yeah, I heard they let him go.
Wow. He got fired?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, man, he's going to be out in the cold. He's going to be without a job, John. And what a horrible thing to do. He's going to be without a job during the holidays.
But you know what?
What?
They said, we had this nice parting gift for you on your way out. Here's $8.5 million.
Oh. Okay.
So you feel sad for him now?
Negative, Ghost Rider. Show him the road.
That's right.
Show him the door.
Hit the door.
That's right. The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville area weather. Expect a few sun rays to peek through the clouds this afternoon. Expect a high of 47, 36 for an overnight low. Up to around 53 on Tuesday. Right now we're at 44 degrees in downtown Clarksville. I was reading about Swallows coming your way at 8:20 this morning, brought to you by Mr. Appliance. Well,
oh, yes.
Everything holiday. We're thinking the holidays. We're thinking about, we just finished Halloween, and that's really kind of the unofficial start to the holiday season. You're seeing all these Christmas ads coming up. It seems like they, usually
Already.
they would wait until, closer to Thanksgiving, but I've seen so many Christmas ads.
They started putting up Christmas stuff Thanksgiving. Halloween. The day of Halloween, they started putting up Christmas stuff.
Well, Starbucks holiday drinks are out, and apparently they're trying to kill you.
Of course they are.
They're trying to kill you. Because according to a new study, they have this ridiculous amount of sugar in them. Yep. A grande gingerbread frappuccino, or the peppermint mocha frappuccino, or the caramel brulee frappuccino, all have as much sugar as 7 Krispy Kreme donuts. 7 Krispy Kreme donuts.
I'll just go to Krispy Kreme and get me a dozen.
And a venti eggnog latte has as much as 5.5 donuts. That's a lot of sugar.
It is.
That is a lot of sugar. And that's better than they have been in the past. Starbucks says that they're cutting the sugar in their Christmas drinks by 33% over the last 3 years.
Down from 7 to 5.5.
Still, that's a lot of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
You be bouncing off the wall. No wonder people be bouncing off the wall in the office and everything. No wonder, they get that, man, oh man.
Caffeine and all that sugar.
You got to have it, though. Gingerbread Frappuccino.
I'll pass.
Or 7 donuts. That's right.
And I'll pass on the pumpkin spice as
That's
well.
right. We're going to pass on the pumpkin spice latte, too. That's right.
WJZM, Clarksville.
WJZM Radio, where we've got Greg Walker Sports Talk this afternoon, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
And what is that all about?
Is on the Big 1400. It is all about sports. It's all about expecting the unexpected with the court. Greg Walker Sports Talk right here on the Big 1400. You know, John, our country is more divided now than any other point in almost 2 centuries. But at least we can agree on this. Thanksgiving is not the time for healthy foods.
Negative.
Well,
Christmas either.
Well, except for the people of Montana. They disagree.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. General Mills has put out a list of the most popular Thanksgiving food in every state in the country.
Uh-oh.
Now, it's based on the total researches for recipes from November 1st through Thanksgiving of last year. And pretty much every state, most common search was for something unhealthy and delicious.
Of course.
Except for Montana.
And they picked something healthy.
Yeah, their top search was for oven-roasted vegetables.
Blech.
So make a note to yourself.
Not to go to Montana for Thanksgiving.
Do not accept an invitation to Thanksgiving dinner in Montana.
Because we're going to give you some oven
roasted vegetables.
Ooh,
The result, the rest of the results were all over the board. There were lots of states searching for different pie recipes, of course. Delaware, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Dakota, South Dakota, rather. California and Virginia were searching for their top mac and cheese recipes.
Ooh.
That was their
Who
top
had pecan pie?
Yeah. Oh, they were probably in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
It's, pecan pie. Buffalo chicken dip. That sounds good. Buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah, but it's not very Thanksgiving-y.
No, yeah, but still, it was. Yes, it is.
Why?
It's
Buffalo
a dip.
chicken dip.
Yeah, you dump.
Well, that's chicken. You gotta have tryptophan overload on Thursday.
Yeah. But that was number one in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. And Missouri focused on the day after Thanksgiving by searching for breakfast casserole.
Tennessee moonshine was the number one.
I don't know. I think pies would be at the top of the list in Tennessee.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet potato or pumpkin?
We're not going to go there.
We're not?
No. Sweet potato. You can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
They're just one and the same.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Is put some pho in it.
Pho.
Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Mr. Appliance on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Mr. Appliance. Get it fixed fast with a quick call to Mr. Appliance at 931-503-7070.
After an embarrassing 50-17 road loss at Missouri on Saturday night, University of Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones was fired early yesterday morning. Jones informed his assistant coaches about the dismissal at around 10:45 Central Time on Sunday, and the news after that takes an unfortunate turn. At least one high-profile UT football recruit, Orlando defensive back Tanner Engel, is stating publicly today that Coach Jones tried steering him towards another school. Also, one of the Knoxville area's top sports writers, Wes Rucker, has come out accusing Coach Jones of being spiteful and doing, quote, everything he can to torpedo the Vols 2018 signing class. Now over to Austin Peay State University, where after leading the Gridiron Governors to a comeback win Saturday 31-24 on the road over Eastern Kentucky, freshman quarterback Jeremiah Oatsvall has gotten some well-deserved recognition. The former Brentwood Academy standout threw for 203 yards up in Richmond, rushed for 64, and yesterday he was honored as the Ohio Valley Conference's Offensive Player and Newcomer of the Week. The Govs will wrap up the regular season still eyeing the school's first ever playoff bid at home on Saturday at 4 p.m. against Eastern Illinois. Lastly today, a quick fun story out of Major League Baseball. Mid-State native and recent Gold Glove winner Mookie Betts stepped away from the diamond and onto the lanes to participate in the World Series of Bowling. The Boston Red Sox outfielder made headlines last night. He bowled a perfect 300 in his second appearance at the nationally acclaimed event. Betts also bowled in the World Series back in 2015. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Don't despair over that busted stove, broken dishwasher, or out-of-order dryer. Just pick up the phone and call Mr. Appliance. He offers flat rate pricing, meaning there aren't any hidden fees, and he promises an always quick response with same or next day appointments. Mr. Appliance also gives you a complimentary 1-year parts and labor warranty on every household repair. You can book an appointment anytime by calling 931-503-7070 or by going online to MrAppliance.com/Clarksville.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville area weather, 44 for a high. 47 for a high today. Maybe some sun peeking out through the clouds later on this afternoon. 36 for an overnight low. 53 for a high on Tuesday. Right now, we are at 44 degrees in downtown Clarksville, and we've got another Sports Now update coming your way at 9:20 this morning on the Big 1400, brought to you by Coffee Break and Cheesecake. With Justin Swallows on the Big 1400. So we're on this food thing, and this I've got a list, and then you're not going to get upset with this list. The website Thrillist just released a compilation of 50 states, and they were ranked by their food. They say it's based on each state's specialties and the quality of their restaurant scene. So you got to figure, I don't know if these guys who composed this list, went to all You know, how many restaurants are you going to go to in, say, Iowa or Delaware, or, you know, or North Dakota?
Many.
You know, because they aren't that many. But anyway,
I would not think.
Their pick for the 10 states with the best food are California, Texas, New York, Louisiana, Tennessee, Oregon, Illinois, Washington, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. Would you like to know where the worst food is?
Yes, I would. It's right, Alabama.
West Virginia. North Dakota, Nebraska, Delaware, New Hampshire, Iowa, Utah, Wyoming, South Dakota, and Idaho.
And Montana. With their oven-roasted vegetables for Thanksgiving.
No, I was thinking, you know, why would West Virginia be at the top of their list?
That's why I laughed.
You know why?
Why?
Well, because...
What, do y'all eat healthy?
No, because the only food they have, it has to be soluble that they can eat without their teeth.
Oh, I thought that was Alabama.
No, that was West Virginia.
Oh, they don't have teeth either?
Gum it. They gum it together. They gum it together.
Pho would be good for them.
Pho would be good. Pho would be good for them.
Pho.
Well, maybe you and Richard Stevens get together and make a big old cauldron of pho.
Yeah. Would you eat some?
Probably not, John. I might. Yeah.
You said those spring rolls look good. The one with the shrimp.
They did. Yeah. I might eat some pho because my wife makes this great Asian soup.
Yeah.
With dumplings and scallions and shrimp and chicken and broth, and it's very good. We eat that all the time.
What time?
You ever go to P.F. Chang?
No.
That's where she got the recipe.
Really?
She's copying, but yeah. So I eat that. So and it reminds the pho. The picture you showed me reminds me of that. So yeah.
It's
so
probably,
they're probably
cousins.
I would try it.
Yeah.
Now I ain't gonna. If you got any fish eggs and them fish, you know the soup they have fish heads in it.
Yeah.
I'm not eating that.
They have fish balls.
I'm not eating that either.
You're not?
No.
They have quail eggs too.
No, I'm not doing that.
You ever eat a quail egg?
No, I don't think so.
Tastes like chicken.
No, it doesn't.
Chicken egg?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. The Big 1400, WJZM Radio, Chuck and John on the Monday edition with Jackie Wilson. Big 1400 WJZM radio, 44 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We've got UT men's basketball on the radio tomorrow, Tuesday, November 14th. Volunteers will be taking on High Point. Airtime 5:30, tip-off at 6 p.m. University of Tennessee men's basketball right here on the Big 1400.
Sad.
Yeah.
That'll be sad. Butch won't be there to
You
cheer
think they'll be
him on.
wearing black armbands or black
Probably.
stripes on their
That's right. We're in
and
solidarity.
for Butch, yeah, in memoriam. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be all right.
I think so.
Back in September, the National Toy Hall of Fame announced that there are 12 nominees for this year's class, and
I
they just
remember that.
announced the 3 toys that got enough.
The
Yeah,
three
we
winners.
told you about that.
Yeah, I remember.
The 3 toys that got enough votes from their panel of experts, historians, and teachers to make it in. The National Toy Hall of Fame class of 2017. Drum roll, please. Clue, wiffle ball, and the paper airplane. Why not? Clue.
What the world?
Yeah.
Clue?
That means that the 9
That's a board
toys that
game.
didn't make it, and I thought it was a little bogus. Matchbox cars, I thought they
True.
should have been in a classic.
They should have made it.
My Little Pony,
Nah.
Risk, the Magic 8 Ball.
That would have been good.
Now, the Pez dispensers should have been in there years
right.
ago.
Yeah.
Fake food, Transformers, Uno cards, and sand. Sorry, sand. Maybe next year.
Nah.
Yeah.
Magic sand or regular sand?
Yeah. I think it was just a regular sandbox sand.
Oh.
There have been 62 other toys voted in since the Hall of Fame was founded in 1998. Last year's picks were
Magic sand.
Dungeons and Dragons,
Yes.
Fisher-Price Little People, and The Swing. So there you have it.
Fisher-Price Little People.
Yep. And for this year, Clue, Wiffle Ball, and the Paper Airplane.
I never played wiffle ball.
You didn't?
No.
You frustrated. It gets frustrated. It was
Did you
fun.
play?
I always
You
thought
did?
it was fun. Yeah.
You
yeah.
played wiffle ball?
Yes. Yeah.
I
You
would
know.
have figured that.
Yeah. Well, it was just something. It was challenging and it was fun. You know.
Yeah.
And you didn't get hurt. Well, sometimes you could hit that ball pretty fast with somebody, and you could get hurt. You
Somebody
could
could slam it.
Yeah, they could slam the wiffle ball. But anyway, so I was thinking, you know, they said that there have been 62 other toys voted into the Hall of Fame. I guess you could.
I'd like to know what they
Yeah,
are.
I guess you could go online and look them
Probably.
up under the National Toy Hall of Fame.
I'll have to look it up.
Look it up.
I'll have an
Would you
effort.
look that up and let us know?
I will.
Okay.
I'll do
Thank
that.
you, John. The
Okay.
Big 1400 WJZM Radio.
Good times, great oldies. Absolutely.
1400 with Gino Vanelli on the radio. Clarksville's Good Morning, Clarksville.
Was he
good
even
time.
kin to Millie Vanilli?
No, that was Vanelli. Millie Vanelli.
Oh, well,
I don't
this
think
is Gino Vanelli.
It's V-A-N. I don't think so. He's from Canada. They were from Germany.
Oh.
So, anyway.
I thought they were kin.
No. I don't think so. Okay. We've got Lady Vol basketball on the radio this Wednesday on November 15th. They'll take on James Madison University. Airtime 5:30, tip-off 6 o'clock. The Lady Vols right here on the Big 1400. Yep. Did you know that of all the American currency in the world, about 80% of it is $100 bills?
Really?
Yeah. 80%.
Who has them all?
Well,
because I don't. Do you?
Negative. I don't have any. I got quarters. I got some quarters.
Nickels.
I even got a couple of half dollars, but that's a total of about $1 trillion. But 80% of the currency
is $100 bills.
Is in $100 bills.
That's hard to believe.
Well, you think about it internationally. This is worldwide.
Because I've never seen them.
You never seen $100?
Not in a long
time. Didn't they have
time.
Ulysses?
I haven't seen one in so long. I don't even know.
Go in your pocket and pull one out and look and see who's on the $100 bill.
Yeah.
You can tell, I think.
I got a 5.
A 5?
$5 bill.
That's Washington, right?
Yeah, that's...
I don't know.
I can get a $5 footlong.
I got a quarter, and it's got George Washington on it.
You can't even get a $5 footlong, can you? You're in trouble for lunch.
Yeah, I will. We need to take a break.
We do.
This is Big 1400, WJZM Radio.
How did you sleep last night? Did you wake up sore or worse yet, still feeling tired? Say goodbye to that constant state of drowsiness with one quick trip to Beds Express. They're fighting sleepless nights one bed at a time, and they're doing so with a trusted staff of comfort experts trained to get you a good night's rest at an affordable price. Go see them at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard in Clarksville, 7643 Highway 70 South in Bellevue, or at 2222 Medical Center Parkway in Murfreesboro. Visit Beds Express today and sleep well tonight.
In your time of loss, you need to know someone cares. Since 1916, Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home has been serving the Clarksville area with the kindness and respect you deserve. It's their goal to provide quality, compassionate services to you and your family during this very difficult time. Mike Parchman and his staff genuinely care and provide prearranged plans that accept insurance to help ease your pain in your time of grief. Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home. People who care. A name you can trust. Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home. Madison Street in Clarksville.
With the Christ Center curriculum and a high expectation for academic mastery, Power and Grace Preparatory Academy has set the gold standard for elementary learning. Certified by the Tennessee Department of Education, they've extended their offerings to include music, art, and Spanish. Additionally, students will be participating in STEAM Fridays, emphasizing science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Before and after care is available, spanning from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and enrollment is open for children in pre-K through the 3rd grade. For more info, visit powerandgraceacademy.com or call 931-320-9862.
Warren's Apothecary is much more than just a pharmacy. From prescriptions to home medical equipment, these folks have been taking care of families since 1960. They will take care of your prescriptions. They have certified fitters for mastectomy supplies. Warren's Apothecary has hospital equipment for sale or rent, and much more. Most insurances are accepted, and they have free delivery. Give them a call to find out more. 931-647-6791. Warren's Apothecary is located at 1647 Memorial Drive in Clarksville. Call 931-647-6791.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
You got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Brad, I can help with coverages. Man-to-man coverage, zone coverage, combo coverage.
I don't know, Peyton. I was thinking the types of coverages that your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, like home, auto, business, life, farm, boat, your tour bus.
Products availability varies by state, agent, and other factors. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your mini sides, there's Nationwide. Call Clarksville agent Carter Briggs today at 931-906-5100.
Made to order, never frozen Midwest beef served on a toasted buttery bun is just the beginning at Culver's of Clarksville. The experience crescendos into fresh homemade custard that you can customize into delectable treats like sundaes, banana splits, or one of their signature concrete mixers. You'll be treated like family and fed like royalty at Culver's of Clarksville, near Exit 4 just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard at 140 Southampton Place. Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to Delicious.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville, Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
The big 1400 WJZM radio right now. It's 44 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
What you talking? Will you quit calling me that?
No, I'm not talking about you, John.
Oh, I thought you were.
Because I know you wouldn't do this.
Oh.
You know, we think about we said at the beginning of the show that this was all things holiday.
You don't know.
You know, we talked about the Thanksgiving meal.
Thank you.
We talked about where the best foods are. We talked about what people look for on the recipes.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody has to talk about Black Friday.
Yeah.
Black Friday.
What are they?
Well, there's a guy who really wants to save $350 on a TV and maybe also get a Blu-ray copy of Moana for $8. He's already camping out in front of the Best Buy in Laredo, Texas for Black Friday. He's already camping out. And apparently he put his tent down last Tuesday.
Already?
So as far as we know, he was the first person in the country to start lining up for Black Friday.
Waiting for his TB.
We don't know what he's waiting for because he wouldn't tell the interviewer who went and tried to get him to, he wouldn't give his name, he wouldn't tell him what he was waiting on, but he's waiting on something at this Best Buy in Laredo, Texas. That's a little much to me, a little early.
Just a little early.
Have you ever stood in line when did you ever go with your wife to stand in line?
To use your phrase, negative.
I think we went early one year. That was because we were looking for a particular item. We didn't stand in line, but we were there early that morning.
Did you find it?
No.
It was already gone. If you'd have stood in line, you'd have probably got one.
In fact, we went to Hopkinsville. We had to go to Hopkinsville to try to find one.
Get one?
No.
Oh,
yeah, we finally got one. We had to order it. And, you know, I paid that extra money to get it there on time.
Get it here by Christmas.
But, it's a little much.
A reporter asked Jimmy Troglin the other day what he was standing in line for.
Tickets.
Well, it was one of those nights, it was like 32 degrees, and all I heard was... yes, sir. What are you standing in line for?
Tickets to see Star Wars. I'm going to get my tickets. The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. It is the Monday edition of Good Morning Clarksville with Chuck and John. dee-dum-dum. You ever, sometimes I wonder, what are they saying? And where did they come up with those lyrics? Those are the tokens on the big 1400.
If it was the 70s, I would have known.
But in the 80s? Well, that was in the 60s.
Yeah, well, that could have been a little LSD influence.
But I remember that song, and I remember how popular it was.
Oh,
and, it was kind of like Louie Louie and the Tokens, and what are they saying? Anyway. Yeah. All right, boys and girls.
Oh, no. Oh, what time is it?
It's time for yes or BS.
Oh, no.
I give a statement, and you decide yes, it's true, or no, it's total BS. I told you earlier, on this day in 1789, Benjamin Franklin wrote the letter that included a line about how nothing is certain in life except
death and taxes.
Exactly. So the topic is famous quotes. Now, you have to decide if these people really said them or not.
Oh,
okay,
brother.
Are you ready?
No.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
George Washington said, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Yes or BS?
Oh, I'll say that's a yes. Damn. You made me cuss. Who said it?
Al Pacino in The Godfather Part 2. He way off. He way off. Too much of that soup. You've been eating too much of that pho. Pho. Yeah.
Pho.
Knock, knock. Who's There was coined by Shakespeare. Yes or BS?
Oh, BS. Well, I'm 2 for 2.
It was one of the characters in Macbeth. He said it in the second act. It's not exactly a knock-knock joke, but it's the first record of anybody ever using it way back in 1606.
I need to call a friend on the next one.
Okay.
Can I call a friend on the next one?
Hillary Clinton once said, the question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Yes or BS?
I'll say that's yes.
What? It's a quote that is attributed to author Anne Rind a lot. She actually never said those exact words either, but paraphrased them from a line in The Fountainhead. Okay. Now, you're going to finish strong, okay?
Yeah, with 2 more goose eggs.
No. Michael Jordan said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yes or BS?
Yes.
It was Wayne Gretzky back in 1983. Okay.
Oh,
Final redemption.
I am starting on Monday right on track.
Final redemption.
I might as well keep the streak going.
Yeah. I'm
just going to guess the opposite of whatever I think.
Kanye West once said, I actually don't like thinking. I think people think I like to think a lot, and I don't. I do not like to think. Yes or BS?
Oh, that's got to be a yes.
Very good, John. He said it in last year's interview in Harper's Bazaar. See, John can relate to Kanye West.
That made my head spin.
Yeah, John can relate to Kanye West.
Made my head spin.
WJZM. This is the Big 1400.
I think the Hal just died.
Oh, man.
I think Rick killed him.
Rick Astley. I'm glad I got a good news story. Boy, oh boy.
Rick Rick just killed Hal.
Yeah. Poor
Did you hear it? It went.
Yeah. Hal just takes over. Well, if you've ever been looking for an excuse to buy a Rolex watch, here you go. I
have not been.
Yeah, well, here you go. You might want to take this in. You're going to need it to save your life one day. Jacques Cousteau's grandson is an explorer and an environmentalist named Philippe Cousteau. Philippe Cousteau. He's constantly traveling around the world, and he says his best tip for staying safe when you're overseas is wearing a Rolex. Here's why. He says that no matter where you are, everyone knows Rolexes, and they know that they're expensive. That makes it like currency, like money. So if you're ever in a dangerous situation, you can use it to barter to get yourself out of trouble.
What? Give me your $10,000 Rolex?
Yeah, use it. I mean, it's like money.
I am going to beat you up unless you give me your watch.
That's right.
Okay,
they can take my fossil. You know, it's okay.
And then you give it to them, then they still go.
Then they still beat you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you got out of a watch and got beat up as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That's kind of, that's for another whole,
that's a rich folk
demographic of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Rolex.
Will you take my Timex?
I mean, they're nice watches, but, you know, at the end of the day, when you look at it and you look at what time my Fossil, what time your Timex has, and what time the Rolex has.
They all have the same time.
They got the same time.
Yeah.
They got the same time. I read
about.
around.
My Walmart X watch tells the same times as a Rolex.
I always thought that was so strange. I forgot where we were, but there was a watch, and I really liked it. It was really nice looking, and I went into it was at Cartier's.
Cartier's?
Yeah.
Ooh.
$25,000 for that watch.
And it tells the same time as the Timex.
It's still there. I left it.
I would have left it.
I didn't get it.
If it was $25, I've never paid more than $5 for a watch, and I haven't wore a watch in 30 years.
Well, you should.
Why?
Because you might need it to get out of trouble. It's currency.
I don't need it.
I don't know how much those the Timexes will get you, but they'll help you when you get in a tight fit.
Here's $5.
Don't worry, John. Don't worry, John. I got you.